Shalom, Israel. First off, we just want to say, Call Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I just want to say peace and blessings to the sincere Akim out there just laboring in the faith, man, pushing his word, making your body a living sacrifice, man. It was on my spirit, man. We was at camp last night, and I know I got kind of vexed because these heathens, man, whenever they see brothers in the spirit of sincerity coming together collectively, you know, in the unity of the faith, the building process right now, we laying the stones, which gonna translate into a kingdom, man. Well, we gonna be over these heathens, and they can spiritually see it, man. They don't want to see that building process, you know. So it's just exhortation through the spirit for brothers, man. Don't let, you know, these different elements, you know, deter you from doing what we gotta do. You gotta stay focused on the mission. I know the spirit's been on us heavy to get on 2/3 of Jake, whether Jake that's know they Israelites being wicked, but everything's all set up, you know, through the spirit of the Most High, first and foremost. But he uses these nations basically to chastise us and whip us into shape, you know what I'm saying? Starting with the head demon, Satan itself, Esau, but on down to these other just insignificant nations, which it talks about, I think, in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. You know what I'm saying? These nations are a drop at the bucket. But like spitting. Yeah, but the point is, I just want to get into these nations historically have always been against Israel's building process, man. You know what I'm saying? Because really they envy our legacy. You can go ahead and get it. Matter of fact, get Deuteronomy 4 first, at 5, and then we'll get that one.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
That's right. So first and foremost, man, the Most High is giving us instruction of what to do in the land that we were set up to go and possess, and these heathens know that too.
That's right.
They know that we were set up through the power of the Most High to rule this whole earth, man, in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And they envy that in their spirit. But everything's finna go back to the ways it was in old, man. You know? But the standard has to be set up first, man. The building, you gotta watch how you build. The scriptures talk about counting the cost. We ain't building with no niggas. This ain't no all black type of movement. You know, this ain't no all the niggerdom basically, man. That's been cast from within us, man. Our spirit, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? We're living according to the standard the Most High gave us to live by. And these nations, they hate it. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
That's right, man. The scriptures talk about wisdom maketh the face to shine. So last night, just, you know, I can't wait till the brother put the videos up. The brother, Yariala, amongst other brothers that was speaking, they was in the spirit in these nations. They really fear that power that's really being set back up, man.
Right.
It's starting right now through the carnality of just preaching the word, which is spiritual, really. You know, we already know the outcome. Everything's already played out in the spiritual realm. It just has to manifest in the flesh.
That's right.
But really, the other nations, they're going to be better off in our setup than the current setup. But that standard's being set back in the earth. And that's our understanding in the sight of the nations, man. That standard of righteousness, man. Building, being on one accord, being brotherly, having respect and admonishment towards your brother, you know. These other nations can see those things all through the spirit that the apostles and elders, man, you know, setting that standard, going out, preaching, making this word a top priority, man. That's all that matters right now. That's the standard that's being set back up. Go ahead. Where you at, verse?
Verse 7, brother. For what nation is there so great?
Go ahead.
Okay, Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath our power so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for.
That's right. And these nations hate the fact that we got the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, in our corner, so to speak, man.
That's right.
What nation is so great, man? We got the true power. All these nations, they represent pagan gods, man.
Right.
And right now we in a heavy weekend of high level paganism, man. Easter.
Yeah.
Like brother was going into, man. It's 2017. Everybody got a smartphone or some type of Android device, man. If you ain't Googled Easter, man, really, it's getting to a point you really need to be shot in the back of your goddamn head, man.
Goodness, man.
That's stupid as hell, man. That's just basically showing the curse in the broken state that our people are in, man. we've been just basically removed from our power and our standard, and we're going after serving the heathenistic gods.
That's right.
And being caught up in all of this idolatry, man. When we should be worshiping the true living power.
That's right.
The Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, those are living powers, man. We don't represent the God of the dead. And that should be our standard and our understanding amongst these nations, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it on that. Go ahead and
Now,
get
there's a little bit more.
you get some more?
Yeah, it's another verse.
Go ahead, brother.
This is verse 8. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgment so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
That's right. What nation is so great to be able to receive the laws, the statutes, and commandments of the Most High? We know it was all received through Moses on Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
Once again, there was a mediator. The spirit don't change, man, from old to new.
That's right.
In the spirit of the new covenant is Yahweh Shah, who's that mediator that's going to draw us back to the Heavenly Father through that sacrifice that he made.
Yep.
You
Righteous
know?
judgment.
Righteous judgment
is going to be written inside of us, man.
That's right.
Excellence.
That's right. That's right, man. Righteous judgment. Right now, we're having to rehearse, but in the kingdom, like it says in Jeremiah 31 and 31, in Hebrews the 8th chapter, it's gonna be made and put in our inward parts. Mm-hmm. And these other nations, they're gonna be still going off in the kingdom. That's why that righteous judgment, that standard, is gonna have to come from us.
Yeah, the understanding of the word.
The understanding of the word. Matter of fact,
Isaiah
hold
2.
Isaiah 2. Yeah, we'll hold that next. You know, and these other nations, man, it wasn't given to them. It tells you that in Romans the 9th chapter, man. We were given everything: the covenants, the promises, the service, meaning the ministry. They hate it, man. They hate to see us build. You know what I'm saying? These other nations hate it, man. Chiefly Esau. They gonna really, try to come at this thing, and that's why they set these stumbling blocks with these niggas, man. Right now, that's all part of Esau's gargantuan, just wicked, demonic plans to basically try to block the truth, but it's not gonna work. That standard is gonna be pushed back into the earth, man.
That's right.
And the Wadi Al Bashim Yahushua, he's using men, hopefully us, to bring that standard back in the earth. Was it more to Deuteronomy?
I'll read verse 9.
Okay.
Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all of the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
That's right, and that's what we're having to do right now, because we in the flesh, we go off.
Yeah.
That's why we wear the garments, you know what I'm saying? The fringes, that's supposed to be that reminder to keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all part of us rehearsing and basically taking advantage of that grace to hopefully be found worthy for salvation until we actually get it put in our inward parts where we ain't going to have to go off no more. Everything's going to be programmed according to the Most High's will. It's going to be just a perfect execution of excellence and just righteousness, man.
Yeah, man, I want to get that word diligently. When you read that in the scripture, it says, ma'ad, the strong G3960, strong H3966, it says, exceedingly much might, force, abundance, muchness, force, abundance, exceedingly, man.
Exceedingly weighty, man. That's something heavy, man. And these nations see like the gravity and the serious spirit that we come in, even just preaching the word, man. Mm-hmm. This is not a light thing to us because we know what's to come. It's weighty. Yeah. It's of substance. It's of value, like the brother's going into, man. Yeah. And given that diligence right now, that's part of what it's gonna take to obtain the substance and with the abundance that the Most High has set before us, man. Mm-hmm. You know.
That's why the apostles deemed this year the year of death, destruction, and diligence, man. For us to stay in the stead, in the focus, and be single on the doctrine, be single on this ministry. Mm-hmm. You know, giving the glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know?
That's right. And that's all part of having a standard. You gotta be diligent. That's how a standard is set up, through diligence, man. And these other nations, they see it, man. We out there every week. It ain't the big boasting ourselves. It's just the truth, like the brothers say. And it starts with great leadership, who showed us a perfect example of excellence and diligence, and all through the order, man. It's being made manifest who the men of the Lord are. That's why all that scoffing and that game plan that these niggas doing, it's not gonna work. The Lord's sheep gonna hear his voice.
Right.
The men that's supposed to come into this thing, all that bullshit is not gonna stop the Most High's program from going forth in the earth, man. But back to brother.
Sirach 18 and 14, it says, he hath mercy on them that receive discipline,
and that diligently seek after his judgments.
That's right. He had mercy on them that basically it says receive diligence, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures talk about work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling, man. It says give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Because, of course, we got the hope and the faith, you know what I'm saying, through that sacrifice that Yahushua made, that we might have a chance to be saved, but we know we got to do work. We got to be diligent. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures talk about he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So enduring, that's part of having diligence, man. Just basically fighting and just when obstacles come, just stay in the course, continuing to work.
Yeah, doing it with force.
With force.
All your might.
All your might, that's right. You know what I'm saying? And these other nations see that work being put out on such a high level and they hate it, man. People, even though they can acknowledge, man, like those gotta be the men of the Lord. Like they're consistent, they're diligent in doing the work, but they fear what's coming. So they hate, people hate what they don't know. It's out of ignorance.
Yeah, we might be right.
Yeah, that we might be right. And the truth is, man, we gonna have, Lord willing, the biggest I told you so in the history of the planet coming. You know?
Yeah.
You got somebody?
Alright, quick precept. Sirach 43 and 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary.
That's right.
For you can never go far enough.
For we can never go far enough, man. So when you exalt the Most High, when you glorify the Most High, you're supposed to do it with all your strength, with all your might, man. That's we talk about basically using your talents, basically using what the Most High give you. You want to use it to the max, man. You know what I'm saying? Every brother has a different measure, but whatever measure you give it, you want to just go all out basically for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Was it more than that?
No, I was on that. You want me to jump to Isaiah 2?
Kind.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills.
That's right. And the mountains always represents governments, man. And we talking about just the overall just major governing body that's being set up to just rule the rest of these nations, man. That's what's about to be established, man. The scriptures talk about when Yahweh shall come back, he's going to have many crowns. You own it?
I was about to mention that.
Yeah, he's going to have all the crowns because we going to basically, through Yahweh Shah, man, just take over all these different kingdoms, man. We going to be set back up in dominance, and these other heathens, they going to pay tribute to us.
Yep.
But hey, the balance is, man, everybody's going to have their fair portion, man.
That's right.
Because everything's going to be done in righteousness, man. The earth is going to be a complete peace. These nations, they going to have their portion. They going to be able to do what they want to do in their land or whatever. They not going to go off. The law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, that's still going to be in activation mode. But they going to come up and serve our power. They going to keep the Passover. You know what I'm saying? They going to pay tribute unto us. We going to get the first and the best of all their substance. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
I got that Revelations 19 real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is Revelations 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
Salaki. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
That's right. That's talking about our Savior, Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? He coming back to take what's rightfully his, man.
Okay.
He's coming back in style, so to speak. He came into Jerusalem lowly on an ass, right? On an ass's coat.
Yeah.
But he not coming lowly this time, man. He's coming back in a complete glorified manner. And we joint heirs with Yahweh Shah, so that's what we're looking for, man. That's why, like, we so diligent in the standard, because we want the glory that's been promised, man. That's going to come through our Savior Yahweh Shah, through our big bro.
He represents the Most High's judgment,
Kind.
will.
Kind.
All right? And no one can know that he's been given that authority.
That's right.
All right? That's why he represents his word, man. His right hand,
Kind.
his action, his force,
That's right.
his energy. All right? The essence of Yahweh. All right? That glory was given to Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
All right?
And that glory, man, is going to be established all through the earth, man. Because righteousness, when the scriptures talk about when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So the world is crying for righteous governing and rulership to be put back in the planet. But they hate the fact that the people that are lowly on this side are telling them, hey, it's going to be done through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and through his men, through the nation of Israel, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the people who have been downtrodden in this society. Guess what? The Most High is raising up certain men out of the tribes that are going to be governors and kings in the next world to come. That's what these other nations hate, man. But even though it's going to be beneficial to them on the other side, everything's going to be set back in its proper place in due time. Did you add something, brother?
Yeah, this is online etymology dictionary, and the word heathen, Old English heathen, not Christian or Jewish, also as a noun, heathen man, one of a race or nation which does not acknowledge the power of the Bible. So they don't take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? And plus, there's some other stuff to read through here, but it also has pagan in there, man. So they're not, worried about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So that's why they try to come up against the men of the Lord.
Well, the nations always feared when the Most High, came to our defense in previous times. But the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because the Most High hasn't allowed judgment to play out. But once the Most High starts dropping bodies, you know what I'm saying, all in the defense of his men, of his righteous, that's when the nation's going to be put back in order. That's when they're going to fear. That's when they're going to truly understand that the power that's always been with us, man. He's departed from us for a short time, but it's all set back up. The Most High is subject to his word. We're in the time of the pendulum turning, man. We about to be set back in order.
That's right.
Was it into what you
had? Yeah, that's it on it.
That was it on Revelations. I'm going to jump back to Isaiah 2. It says,
Psalms 2.
It says, Isaiah 2:2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and he shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
That's right. All nations gonna flow into that top governing body of the planet Earth, man, in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yahweh Shah, man. All nations gonna flow through it. Like Esau, every transaction that run, Esau got his hand in it. He getting a piece of that in the kingdom of heaven. Guess what, baby? Everything's flowing through us, man. Ain't nothing getting done without us. Ain't no wickedness gonna be going on that secretly.
Pork and Halloween, all gonna be gone, man.
Worshiping idols secretly.
Following the law.
Sacrilege, having a damn shrine of just complete idolatry and witchcraft. No, man.
Yeah, man. Just like how these elite, they set up all these systems to go and have the energy of what they want to push forth, man. Which is the darkness, man, idolatry, wickedness, and it's built in within all the institutions and systems that you see today, man.
That's right.
That whole thing is gonna be burnt to a crisp, deregulated, turned upside down, lit on fire, man.
That's right.
All right, and a whole new system of righteousness, like he said, economy, righteousness is gonna be pushed out, man.
That's right. It's basically two things going on at once. The Most High's balance. You gotta destroy and rebuild. Even if nigga Nas made a song, talking about destroying, but hey, that's true.
Yeah.
To rebuild, man, you gotta destroy what's set up.
Yeah.
We gonna start over. Like what we're doing is building the foundational blocks, which is gonna translate into that new Jerusalem, man. Which Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. But America, all these different institutions and these strongholds, they gotta be torn down, man. Anything outside of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is getting completely torn down, and something new is being established. Something righteous that's gonna be established forever too. Yep. Go ahead back to that. And hold Nehemiah too. We'll get that one next.
I got it.
Okay.
Verse 3, it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
That's right, man. So all the other nations, they gonna have to learn our ways. They gonna have to learn that standard. They gonna have to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. It ain't gonna be no pork eating in the kingdom. It ain't gonna be no homosexuality in the kingdom. Smoking, adultery, witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? All this wickedness, all these lies, all that vanity, man, in the kingdom, man, it's gonna be just torn down. We talking about a government of just complete righteousness and perfection under the order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his men.
Yeah. And now that's extreme.
That is.
That's extreme.
That is.
You know?
That's revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the changing of the guard that we're looking forward to, man.
That's prophecy.
That's prophecy.
That's the word.
That's the word. You know what I'm saying?
It won't be no free fall, man.
Yeah.
That free fall spirit, man, it really culminates of a domino effect, man. Because people look if that's an example being presented, that's what the so-called white man did. They had a free fall, you know what I'm saying, and then try to place blame. Like, nah, man, you had that spirit of the free fall. But according to the Holy Scriptures, when Israel's gonna be ruling, man, ain't gonna be no free fall. It's gonna be order, law, statutes, and commandments, man.
In fact, somebody can hold a Sirach 10, probably start at like 1. Go ahead.
Gun. In Isaiah 2 and 3, and many people shall go and say, Come ye and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
That's right. Out of Zion, man, the monument of the Most High, man, which is his people, shall go forth the law, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because we the people of the Most High, and everything's the righteousness that's going to be governing the earth, man, it's going to come from the epicenter. It's going to come from the mother of us all, Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, man, city of peace. You know what I'm saying? Everything's being built up as in the days of old, man.
One more verse.
Come on, brother.
Verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And
and he shall judge among the nations, and it's still going to be rebuking going on. It ain't going to be amongst us. It ain't going to be no rebuke amongst Israel, because we're going to walk this thing perfectly, baby.
That's right, brother. That's right.
That's the hope that we got to look forward to, man. That's why we forcefully and diligently fight, man. But these other nations, they going to still be going off, man. So we're going to have to whip their ass back into shape, man.
That's why Revelation.
Hey, nah, you ain't finna pop your woman. It's the Shabbat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's why in Revelation 19 it tells us that the Lord, he gonna rule with a rod of iron in that day. You know, you're not gonna use no iron just for nothing. You know, it ain't talking about having a diamond scepter. It's talking about an iron.
And actually iron.
You know, we gonna have to beat these other nations into subjection, man.
Under the rule. That's what subject means. Under the rule, man. These other nations, man, they ain't gonna be programmed basically like we are to just keep the rules and regulations perfectly. So they gonna have to be beat back into shape.
That's right.
You know, Esau proud as, you know, for him, he gonna try to keep bucking up, man.
Yeah. He's gonna be a problem child. Dennis the Menace. We already know his spirit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, go ahead, brother. Why push up?
Okay, verse 4 it says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
That's right. Nation ain't gonna rise up against nation, neither shall they learn any war anymore. Because all these different nations in the kingdom, it ain't gonna be nobody trying to go into somebody else's land, trying to take their substance. No.
Regulated.
It's gonna be regulated, man. You're gonna get your ass beat the powder.
Yeah.
If any basically disorders going on in the kingdom, we gonna have a spiritual telekinesis, so to speak, to just know these things. And it's gonna get handled immediately. So it ain't gonna be no war, it's gonna be complete peace. Everything's gonna be regulated to where even the heathens, man, they're gonna be dwelling amongst each other the right way. Even though it's gonna have to be through our stern correcting hand. Everything's gonna be set in order. That's what we looking forward to, man.
And that also lets you know that them gutter rats in Israel now, they ain't the true children of Israel, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, this would be in effect. And right now, it's multiple wars and rumors of wars and people having uproars amongst each other, man.
That's right, brother.
You know?
It's going down, man. Syria, we was going into last night. Libya, Afghanistan, Pakistan.
Yep.
It's still troops in Iraq. All these different nations gearing up. North Korea, everybody's test firing this, test firing that. We're in a complete time of war, but people don't even understand the practicality of that, man. That shows you that them fake gutter rat Jews, that's a good point, brother. They not the real Jews.
That's right.
The prophecies don't lie, man.
Yep.
You know?
Bro, we're gonna have a supreme power, man. We're gonna be gods on earth.
Kind.
People are gonna fear us. We ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
That's
They're
right.
gonna be in awe of the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay?
That's That's right.
Like seriously.
That's right.
You know? These nations, it's going to be a well-oiled machine, baby.
Mm-hmm.
People going to know what, they going to know what it is.
Yep.
Alright? This whole dusty-ass look that we have right now ain't nothing compared to the glory that we shall receive, man.
That's right.
Upon the return of Yahushua, our Lord, man.
Right.
Yeah, when they crack them clouds, man. And they see that power and that might, man. These people, it ain't going to take much, man, to put these people in submission. Alright? God's on the planet Earth, man. That's the hope of the inheritance of the elect. Okay?
That's right. And people fear our faith because we have so much faith in that process playing out, as the Most High said it would in His Word, that they try to basically block the process that we in right now, man.
Yeah.
In pushing the Word, man. Just something simple like that.
Yeah.
Even though it seems simple, rather, this basically is shaking up the world, man. This truth, man, is casting down strongholds, man. Meaning those lies that's been cast out over millennia, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Where you at?
I got Nehemiah 2.
Yeah, go start at 7.
This is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 7. Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let letters be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah. And a letter unto Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the palace which appertain to the house, and for the wall of the city, and for the house that I shall enter into. And the king granted me according to the good hand of my power upon me.
That's right. So basically, he got favor from the king to basically go and basically restore the temple. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Then I came to the governors beyond the river, and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent captains of the army, and horsemen with me.
And he sent them. He blessed them basically to help them get there.
Yep.
And that shows like the audacity of these other nations. Because I heard one of the heathens last night at camp. He was like on the side talking like, man, these guys are out here still doing this. Like how the FBI, they haven't figured this out. Like how are they able to just come out here and do this? I heard him saying that on the side, man. So that shows the power in this thing, man. The might of the Most High in that diligence, like the brother brought earlier, man.
What was he saying?
He was basically saying, how are they able to just still come out? They was talking amongst each other. He was saying like basically how are they still able to come out here like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The FBI like is not on this, you know? I heard him saying that. But just that diligence, man, of the word going forth, man, these nations, man, they don't want to see us where we at, man.
Hell no.
They fear it, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If I can make a point.
But hey, Salakia, because even according to Esau's rule, we know Esau's laws. That's why the hell we able to do what we do, man.
That's
So-called free speech.
Yeah.
Even though we know it ain't no such thing as no free speech, these are all privileges or liberties, permissions that can get taken away at any time. But while the time, it's all set up through the Spirit of the Most High ultimately anyway.
Well, the Lord said we ain't gonna be removed into a corner. No
Exactly.
more, man. That was a part of the prophecy.
Exactly.
So, Most High had Esau make it to